All right, now the final step. Let's see how we can send emails. So back to react.email website. Let's go to the docs. Here on the left, you can see that React Email integrates with various services like Resend, NoteMailer, SendGrid, Postmark, AWS, and so on. In this lesson, I'm going to use Resend because it's a fantastic tool and it's created by the same team who have created React Email. So let's go to resend.com. Now, they have various pricing models. You can use this service for free for up to 3,000 emails. But from that point, depending on your usage, you have to pay a monthly fee. For example, for 50,000 emails, you have to pay only $20 per month. So let's go to Get Started, create an account and log in. I'm going to log in with my account. All right. Once you log in, here on the home page, you can generate an API key. So let's generate one and copy it. Now, back to our project. Let's go to our env file and add a new key called resend_API_key, and we set it to this value. Now, back to the terminal, let's install resend version 1.0.0. Good. Now the final step. We're going to create an API endpoint for sending emails. Now, this is just for demonstration because in a real application, you really don't want to have an endpoint for sending emails. Instead, sending emails should be part of your business operations. For example, when someone submits an order, then you want to send a confirmation email, okay? So let's go to our API folder and add a new folder called send-email. Next, we add our route file. In this file, we export a post function, which should be async. Now, we don't need access to the request object, so I'm going to leave it out. Now, here, we're going to use resend. So first, we go on the top and import resend from resend. This is a class, so we have to create an instance of it. So we create a new resend object. And this is where we pass our API key, which we can get from process.env.resend_API_key. So we create a resend object. And then in this function, we call resend.emails.send and give it a payload object. In this object, we provide a from email. Now, this email has to be from a domain that you own. So you cannot use free services like Gmail, Yahoo, and so on. Once you have a domain, then you need to go to resend.com, log in, and configure your domain right here. Unfortunately, I cannot show you that in this lesson. It's outside the scope of this course, but it's very easy. You just have to add a DNS record to your domain. So Resend knows that you're authorized to send emails from that domain. Once you do that, then you come back here and add your email, whatever it is. In addition to that, then here we need to set to, let's say, programmingwithmosh@gmail.com. Next, we set the subject to whatever, and React to the React component that represents our email template. In this case, welcome template. Now, this welcome template has a prop. We have to set it here for generating dynamic emails. Let's set name to Mosh. Good. So we call this function. It returns a promise. So we await it. And finally, we return next response.json. So this is how we can send emails using Resend. Now, if you prefer to use a different email service like SendGrid, then go back to the documentation of React Email and look at the instructions for using SendGrid or AWS or any other email services.